They're dealing with so many conventional issues that this issue, because they don't know about it, they say, "Wow, well, it's the X-Files. It's a joke. It's nonsense." Now there are good people in Congress now. I would say Mark Warner and Rubio and Gillibrand and the co-chair of Armed Services and Burchett, Luna, Moskowitz, who's here. I mean, Moskowitz is very interested. I've spoken with him. He's your representative for Fort Lauderdale, part of this area. And, they're sincerely wanting to get to the bottom. The problem is they have no dedicated staff or funding. And one of the bad news things I want to report today is a few weeks ago I met with members of House Oversight, and they were aiming to get subpoena power and a select committee that was funded. Because you need a staff of a couple dozen people just to unpack 10% of this archive I have, and really then start an investigation properly. They don't have that. So when I meet with their staffers, like one of them who is the most senior guy for Senate Intelligence, he says, "I've been told I can spend 10% of my time on this." He ended up spending 50%. But it was a huge burden. And he's the one who said, "Look, can you give me what you have?" I said, "Yes." And the genesis of the archive, by the way, ironically, was that they were supposed to put funding in place. So there'd be a couple dozen people going through my files and archives and information, digitizing them, which they were all in paper and file cabinets, and then going through intelligence analysis and unpack it. That never got funded. So over the last couple of years, I've spent about $500,000 personally to get that done with some help and some donors, with a skeleton crew of a couple people and some volunteers. So that's why the archive is still not fully organized yet. I'll admit it needs a lot of work.